Hello and good evening, everyone. This is Blair Miller in the Atlanta News First Newsroom here for ANF Plus. Here are our latest cut in on what's happening with the news and weather in our area here on this Friday night. We have made it to the end of the week. Hope you've had a great week and you have big plans for the weekend. I feel like we are all very busy with now just, I think, 12 days until Christmas. If you celebrate, I am constantly reminded by my three boys at home who every day, several times a day, are reminding me how close we are. So hopefully you are getting some time for some peace and quiet at the same time and enjoying the season as well, no matter what you celebrate. So here we are in the Atlanta News First Newsroom, and one of the big stories is really what's the weather going to be for this weekend. It's been kind of up and down, all week long. Some cold, some warmer temperatures, but again, it's cool temperatures and some partly cloudy skies to kick off the Friday night. We're expecting some scattered rain. We'll get an update here from meteorologist Cutter Martin here shortly, but want to show you some video that we you can hear that too. It's pretty loud. I'll pull that down. But some video that we shot earlier. This is from the Atlanta Botanical Garden. I'm not sure if you've been out there, but I haven't been out there before, but people are saying just how beautiful it is as we show you some of the video here this year. We had our Cutter Martin was out there earlier today, and he was saying how many people have been showing up there to take this all in, but everyone here says how gorgeous it is if you haven't been out there. They call it Garden Lights, Holiday Nights. This is going to be going on until January 12th. They said they have more than 2 million lights out there, so it's quite a thing to take in, and I want to share some of this video with you tonight. But on a much different story, some breaking news we've been following here in the newsroom tonight. A verdict that was reached in Gwinnett County for a case moved relatively quickly in the courts here this week. A verdict was reached in the trial of this woman accused of killing an 8-year-old girl. Her name, Amari Hall. And Atlanta News First, Adam Murphy was inside the courtroom when that verdict came out. And tonight he's here to bring you up to speed on what happened in this case and why this was getting so much attention.
That all of us had to meet under these circumstances.
Defense attorney Robert Greenwald addressed the jury in closing arguments on Friday, stating that his client Celeste Owens is not guilty of killing his girlfriend's 8-year-old daughter, Amari Hall.
You're to base your verdict on the evidence, or the lack thereof, not on emotion.
The defense team said the evidence presented in the trial does not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Owens is guilty, despite the fact that the medical examiner made it clear on the stand Amari was malnourished and had visible signs of abuse like a laceration on her liver.
Something hit the outside of Amari's body and crushed her liver against her spine.
The medical examiner stated that at the time Amari's body was found in a wooded area in DeKalb County in November of 2021, she weighed only 54 pounds and could have survived if properly cared for.
She's less than 5th percentile. She's malnourished.
Count 1, malice murder, guilty.
And after less than 2 hours of deliberations, the jury found Celeste Owens guilty on all 20 counts against her, including murder and cruelty to children.
She is guilty of felony murder in count 2. She is guilty for causing the death of Amari through committing the act of cruelty to children.
That was Adam Murphy reporting there. That guilty verdict coming in late this afternoon on this Friday, and a lot of people focused on this trial because of just how dramatic it was and just unfortunate it was for this little girl. Here in the newsroom, we're also following a number of other top stories. We just had one of our editorial meetings preparing for the 10 and 11 o'clock newscasts on Atlanta News First, and a number of top stories we're following. Here's a quick update from Tracy Hutchins.
So I opened the balcony window, and that's when I saw the whole side engulfed in flames.
Nearly 24 people forced into the cold by a massive fire at a College Park apartment complex. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi hospitalized after sustaining an injury on an official trip to Luxembourg. Today is your last chance to weigh in on school safety measures in Barrow County. The district opened a survey asking for feedback following the deadly shooting at Appalachia High School. Atlanta leaders working to identify potential locations for a new Amtrak hub. The Atlanta Regional Commission wants to hire a firm to study areas that could support a new passenger rail station. More than 200,000 bottles of antidepressant duloxetine recalled. The medication contains levels of a chemical that poses a cancer risk. Atlanta area students being tested for tuberculosis after one person at South Gwinnett High School was diagnosed with the infectious disease. Football legend Herschel Walker graduates from the University of Georgia more than 40 years after leading the Bulldogs to a national championship victory.
And those are the top stories that we're following here in the ANF newsroom here tonight. We'll be updating those stories here this evening when you join us for our 10 and 11 o'clock newscasts. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to turn this over to Cutter Martin here in a second, but I hope you have a great weekend and get out there and able to enjoy it. I know it's busy out on the roads. People out there getting a lot of stuff done this holiday season. So hope you're safe, hope you're able to stay dry, and hope you enjoy the weekend, most importantly. Now I'm going to turn it over to Cutter Martin and give you the update on what you can expect this weekend if you're going to be out and about.
And good evening to you. Shifting gears and talking the First Alert forecast on Atlanta News First Plus. It is a nice evening out there, dry, lots of clouds, and what the camera isn't showing you or telling you here is the fact that it's a little chilly out there, much like the past few evenings. Maybe not quite as cold as it has been, but certainly still chilly enough for at least a light jacket. I was out at the Atlanta Botanical Garden Lights Holiday Nights event. Everyone was decked out in coats, as they should be, right, for a Christmas event, and it was a little chilly out there. But overall, gorgeous for any outdoor plans, whether you're looking at those lights, Christmas lights around town, going out to dinner, whatever you are doing this evening. Weather should cooperate. Again, thank you for tuning in and for watching. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin. We're going to dive into the forecast here. We certainly do have some weather to talk about. As we head into the weekend, we have a rain chance, especially Sunday. And then as we go through the work week, a bit of a warm-up, and then as the week ends and we head into next weekend, the weekend before Christmas, a big shot of cold air on the way, dropping temperatures. In fact, some of the coldest weather we have had so far this holiday season. Want to go ahead and take you over to the weather maps right now. Again, this is a trend in temperature over the past 24 hours. And you'll notice that, yes, we have yellows and orange. That means warmer than 24 hours ago. It is still chilly, and I would say still a jacket or coat-worthy evening across North Georgia and metro Atlanta, with temperatures now down into the mid-upper 40s up in the mountains. Athens also 48. Eaton 1048, a little bit of a wedge building in. And when I say wedge, I mean like an area of cooler air, a wedge of cooler air, kind of riding down the spine of the Appalachians. You know, just east of the mountains, cold air is dense. It tends to move south under its own density, and in this case, moving in from the north and east to the south and west, kind of filtering in that general direction back into North Georgia and metro Atlanta. Atlanta downtown 53, Hartsfield, Jackson is where that temperature came from. 49, latest update in Covington, 52 LaGrange, 50 in Thomaston. So it's a chilly one out there. You know, festive, it's dry. You can get through your holiday activities, or even if you're not celebrating the holiday this evening, overnight tonight, it's going to be a good one out there for any outdoor plans that you may have. Hour-by-hour forecast has temperatures falling into the 40s, even in the city of Atlanta as we get into the late night hours. Again, we're going to keep some of these clouds, but also a little bit of clearing possible in the overnight hours. That'll allow temperatures to cool back into the lower 40s as well. And then out the door tomorrow morning, I think that we will see clouds increase once again. In fact, we're calling for a mostly cloudy Saturday, but also a mostly dry Saturday. Your rain chance only about 10 to 20%. In fact, I'm going to pull up a forecast model, or what a computer thinks the weather will be, how the forecast will unfold, and we'll walk you hour by hour through the return of clouds Saturday and also that chance of rain back in the forecast on our Sunday. So just bear with me as I find this forecast model here. You have to bear with me. Literally, if you could look at the software that I'm using, the computer that I'm using, there are hundreds of weather graphics here. And you know what? I'm just going to add in another one. Think about it like Microsoft Word, or Microsoft PowerPoint, should say, when you have the slide after slide after slide, but not 5 or 10. I'm talking 200, trying to filter through those to get the right data. And here we have, we're loading it up now. Again, this is what a computer thinks the weather will be over the next, in this case, 60 to 72 hours. Clouds this evening, doing well with those. Here's the clearing trend, though, that we just talked about overnight tonight. That'll allow temperatures to pretty swiftly fall, but then by 4, 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, southerly flow, kind of a southeasterly flow. Moisture moving back in, clouds moving back in. We're waking up to temperatures in the 30s, maybe in the mountains, but most of us in the low to mid-40s Saturday morning. And as we get into the afternoon, temperatures do rebound a little bit No 30s and 40s in the afternoon. We're looking at widespread 50s to near 60. Notice a few little light showers there, mostly dry, but not completely dry. Isolated light rain a possibility, especially as we pause this here at 3 p.m. Saturday. It's mainly looking like, and data's been consistent with this, southwest side of the metro will have that greatest rain chance. So Cleburne, Randolph counties in Alabama, Troup County, Heard County in Georgia, up towards Carrollton, temperatures in the 50s for the most part, and a spotty, quick-moving light rain shower is a possibility. As we head into Saturday evening, again going forward in time, that rain chance, a couple of showers we did have mid-afternoon, going to slack off a little bit. We'll keep the clouds. Temperatures back in the 40s, and then this is a new model run from what you may have seen earlier on Atlanta News First. Forecast models trending a little drier for the city of Atlanta. Scattered light rain up the mountains, North Metro, so Calhoun, Rome, Blairsville, Fannin County, Blue Ridge, Raven County, Clayton, Clay County, North Carolina, the Dahlonega area. Scattered light rain early Sunday morning, and this will linger past sunrise. Here we are, 8 a.m. Again, mainly mountains in North Metro with perhaps that greatest rain chance in the city of Atlanta late morning, early afternoon, but it's brief, it's light. We're not canceling plans over this, but just remain aware it won't be completely dry either. We're going to keep that rain chance going into the afternoon hours, but still hit or miss. It's not a washout, but temperature's chilly, and there will be some light rain around, so just keep that in mind for the Sunday plans. Don't have it, canceling everything. Don't be worried about it, but just keep it in mind and keep those rain alerts or precipitation alerts turned on in the First Alert weather app just in case, and you'll be alerted with enough heads up to head indoors for a few moments while it's slightly raining to go right back outside for those outdoor plans. As we get into Sunday evening, a spotty mountain shower possibility, but this is mainly a daytime or early morning into daytime sort of peak rain chance across North Georgia and parts of Metro Atlanta. I want to shift gears here. Looking ahead, not much impactful weather in the work week forecast until we get to Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday is a First Alert weather day. Notice we have that 40% chance of rain Sunday. That's mainly mountains. Dry Monday, slight rain chance Tuesday. Now looking like a little bit wetter Wednesday. So we've bumped up the rain chance Wednesday, bumped down the rain chance Thursday, though a few morning showers a possibility. And those temperatures are tricky Thursday. I do think that high will occur early in the morning, and then temperatures in the afternoon won't be in the 50s, they'll be in the 40s, and it'll be windy too. Trying to warm back up to 53 Friday, and another blast of cold air moves in as we get into the weekend, and that will bring probably the coldest weather we've had so far this season. Widespread hard freeze, cold, cold, cold. Highs could stay in the 30s in some places, possibly parts of the metro. Again, we're 7, 8, 9 days away from the coldest of the year, so changes between now and then almost a guarantee. But something worth watching, the next kind of day to watch, hence First Alert weather day, big change in temperature. And there will be some rain, maybe a few storms preceding this drop in temperature as well. So just keep that in mind. Again, we'll be keeping you updated, the entire First Alert weather team. I want to remind you, streaming on ANF Plus multiple times a day, not only your news headlines, but also forecast updates. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Peet will have a new video recording of the forecast in the First Alert weather app shortly. And then on tonight, 10 p.m., Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW, and then on for the late news on WANF Atlanta News First for that final check of the forecast before you hit the hay on this chilly but nice Friday evening. Happy holidays, happy weekend. Get outside and enjoy it. Just keep an eye on that chance of scattered showers Sunday.